I ain't hungry. First, I always say hungry dogs run fast. I ain't hungry. I'm starving.
Hurts takes the snap. He's back. He's going to run. He's in. Touchdown. Jalen Hurts.
When that cage opens up again, our teeth are snarling. We're drooling. We're ready. We're hungry, ready to hunt again.
Dallas. We hate you. Racing snow. The Eagles train to go. The Eagles win.
And again, and again, and again.
It ain't about them. It's about us. We play up to our potential. Each and every one of us together. Nobody can beat us. I promise you.
What is up, my Brus? My bird Brus. We are back. It's another Speaking Birds. It's your boy Speaks here. We're joined with John. Missing Clayton today. What's going on, John?
What's going on? How we doing?
Man, doing all right. Doing all right. The Birds fall. The Birds fall. They're now 12-3 on the season after losing to the Washington Commanders. And kind of a disappointing game all around. Hurts gets knocked out in the first quarter.
Yep.
We just watched it here. We're rewatching. It's kind of a cheap shot, man.
Yeah, definitely a hit to the head with the helmet. I think it definitely should have been a flag. It's kind of crazy that you'll call him, he tries to go back in, you'll pull him off the field, but there's no flag there in my opinion, but it is what it is.
He's giving himself up. The guy comes charging in. Just hits him, whatever.
Yeah. Hurts has got to start to slide, man. You cannot. He just has to slide. You can't go in there and try to dive forward and shit and risk your body like that, which obviously in hindsight, we see how the game went. So you got to start giving yourself up, man.
Yeah. I mean, not even that. While it was going on too, I'm like, all right, we got Saquon Barkley. We got Gainwell. I mean, I get the idea of the running threat with the quarterback, but like first quarter, I mean, do we really need that? Was like he's already had some designed runs. It's not like he's scrambling. I mean, like, I don't know, dude. Kind of just give it to your running backs here. Like, do we need to constantly be putting him in harm's way?
No, I agree, but I mean that's kind of how this offense is built with this run pass option. So
yeah,
it's kind of what they like to do, I guess. But
yeah, then Kenny Pickett comes in.
Yeah, who can't run the RPO at all. So you saw what happened there. It's like now they shut down Saquon Barkley completely. So
yeah,
sloppy game.
Yeah,
sloppy ass game.
Yeah, it definitely. And we've said it here. We've mentioned it on the podcast. I mean, what? So you're ripping off 10 in a row, 10 wins. You still. At this point, we had 3 games left. That's 13. Then, you're probably going to do 3 playoffs for, games in a Super Bowl. Is it even possible to win 15? I mean, it's possible, but you almost felt like a loss was going to come. And maybe you need a loss.
Well, I mean, this is about as sloppy as the Panthers game was. So, maybe this loss isn't such a bad thing because now we need to clean it right back up. You know what I mean? The number 1 defense in the league gives up 22 points in the fourth quarter, tons of penalties. They end up getting 5 turnovers, which is huge. They were looking like they were going to ball out, but then the offense doesn't take advantage of that. So I can't put it on. I can't put it on anything specifically. Obviously, we see the drops at the end, but it should have never got that close in my opinion.
I'll put it on Smith.
Oh, I know it. Yeah,
this one's on Smith. I mean, like, I'm tired of the with the Saquon Barkley thing. It's like I get it. There's other things that happen. You can look around. You can look at the game. You can break it down. We should have done this. Blah blah blah. Okay, that's all fine. But we in my opinion. You can put the blame on that. Look, that's such a routine ball that Smith drops there. If you catch that, you win the game. And I that's kind of where I'm at. Like, sure, I get it. There's other areas that, if you do this, then you're not in that position. But come on, you got to catch the ball.
Yep.
You just
2 catches away. 2 catches away from being 14-1 right now.
You just got to catch the ball. And look,
yeah, I agree.
I love Smith, but dude, you cost the team.
Yeah. There's a lot of things, like you said earlier. I mean, there's a lot of things that went down. Like, one thing I'd love to talk about is our kickoffs were fucking unbelievably terrible. Like, I don't know if the ball's cold and it won't fly, but like, why do you keep kicking it to the same fucking guy then? You know what I mean? It's like, God damn,
Yeah.
kick it the other way. It's like this guy, he returned just about every one for about 30 yards. And then, obviously you're going down there to try to win the game and you kick it right back to him and he gets like, 35 yards and they're in fucking amazing field position. It's like, Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
God damn. Drives me fucking insane. Then he has like a 29-yard punt. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah. I mean, like,
So-
has it ever, like, why is our punter handling kickoffs? I mean, is Jake Elliott, is he unable to do that?
I mean, speaking of Jake Elliott, he can't even hit the 56-yarder, which is, 65, 70% kick at this point in this league. Misses it short. That would have made a big difference too,
Yeah, here's one.
So
just kicks it right. It's like,
right
it's
to
almost
the
like
10.
he's like line drives.
It was horrible. I don't know what the hell was going on.
Yeah. No, man, it was a sloppy game. Yeah. In a sloppy game, you see Chauncey getting ejected.
Yep.
You don't really see guys getting ejected for two unsportsmanlike conduct penalties, but he's a presence out there. You need him on the field. So
Especially,
yeah.
I mean, in hindsight there, Chauncey's running his mouth, which is fine, whatever. I like it, get hype, but then he gets punched in the face. I don't know if I agree with that. Obviously we don't know what was said. And then, some fluke unsportsmanlike conduct penalty comes in the middle of a commercial break and he's ejected.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
So then, as soon as he's ejected, they come in and they throw a touchdown right where he would normally be over McCollum, and he gives up a big one. It's like, come on, man. Like, kind of pisses me off, man. Get it together. This team's, with all these personal fouls and shit, these guys are out of control. Like the coach, and that's on the coaching, in my opinion. He needs to get this shit under
You're saying
control.
just undisciplined.
Yeah, absolutely. And that starts with the coach.
Yeah. I mean, you look at the game. There were promising moments. I mean, I don't know. Fourth quarter, you're up 14-0. Saquon at one point rips a huge one off.
Yep.
It's just, I mean, yeah, you can't. Would they give up 22 points in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, 22 points in the fourth quarter. They get 5 turnovers and 4 of them. The last 4 turnovers, we only get 6 points on 4 turnovers. It's like all facets of football that we had, everything, offense, defense, special teams was just although the defense played pretty good to get those turnovers, but then they just fell apart. I think they were gassed in the end, man. They looked tired, especially on the last play. We never really say too much bad about Bond, but like he lets his guy get behind him in the end zone. It's like, the goddamn throw is going to the end zone. They only have 10 seconds, man. You cannot let guys get behind you like that.
Yeah.
So
It was heartbreaking. It was one of those heartbreaking losses.
yeah.
Man. Yeah.
Slay comes on after being hurt, and he's doesn't check his guy off. Now all of a sudden we got 12 guys on the field and Slay's trying to get off, and then they throw a touchdown on that. It's like, come on, dude. Fucking unorganized.
Yeah. There was some like mismanagement by Sirianni too. I'd have to go back. But
That was one of them for sure.
Yeah, I remember being a little bit upset with how he was running certain situations. Again, I'll have to go back. This loss, I kind of just buried it and moved on.
Yeah. I mean, yesterday I was pissed off. Today I'm feeling like maybe this is good for us and wake us up, because that defense, they were just, I don't know if it's just gassed, but, that fourth quarter was pretty terrible.
I just, you'd love to just stomp this Washington team out because they're fans and everything. They think they're like some surging team. And mind you, this was a close game without our quarterback for pretty much the whole entire game. So as it sits now, I think we'll probably see them in the first week of the playoffs at home. So
yep.
Bring it.
Please.
Yeah. Yeah. And just to touch on the Hurts injury, I mean, he's in concussion protocol. So you don't see guys. Sidney Brown came back, after being in protocol in a week, but he may need to sit next week.
He did say he was fine in the presser, and he thought he'd be back next week. So we'll see.
Okay.
Sometimes I feel like if you go out early, like first quarter-ish, you got a better chance to get back. But I guess it really depends on team doctors and whatever. So
Yeah. I mean, I'm no medical professional, but it didn't. I mean, he definitely looked a little. He was staggering. He looked a little woozy, but
yeah.
I mean, it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't that crazy of a hit. I mean, you've seen guys
No.
like, it's not like he was going across the middle of the field, gets dead. When it's like his like arms are up. Like when you see the
Yep.
guys, you're like, oh my god,
The weird
There's nothing-
hands.
Yeah, it's just like
Yeah.
it's like rigor mortis in the air.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my god. Which I'm kind of annoyed. Like, I get that the NFL is trying to be like more cautious and everything with the concussions, but like you're gonna sit there and act like you don't have linemen just banging their brain off their skull on every play. Like, okay,
Yep.
you care about it, but the whole game is a violent game. It's like, how much do you want to care about it? You want to start calling everything out because these linemen are getting concussed every play, I'm sure. So
Sure.
I don't know. I mean, I get it, but
That's why they're all fucking crazy in the end of their careers and shit. So
yeah, man. But let's I'm looking to bounce back against the Cowboys. So
absolutely. Hopefully we get Jalen back. If not, I mean, I guess here's another thing too, because they're saying he's got rib injury now. Obviously we saw that in the game. Tanner McKee was warming. It's like, dude, if your ribs are hurt and you can't get the arm on the ball, like, get out of there, man. I think that's another another hit on Sirianni. Like, get him out of there then.
yeah, well, I guess they felt that even with bruised ribs, Pickett gave him the best shot to win, but I find that hard to believe. I mean, you got Tanner McKee. He's a smart guy, knows what's going on.
Yeah, and like obviously Pickett's not going to run the RPO, and probably neither is McKee, obviously. But when they're stacking the box there on Saquon, where's this new fullback that we just activated? Like, where's that guy at?
Get him in there banging around.
Please, somebody. So get a lead block for him, something.
Yeah. Just as we're talking about Pickett, that interception he threw was absolutely horrendous. Like, where are you even going with that?
Yeah, he's going to AJ. They did a nice job kind of disguising that. It looked like the linebacker was going out on the flat and then he cut back. It was kind of a nice job.
Yeah, I get that.
But his name is Pickett. So
throwing them picks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like there were great moments. Like, and then you got the Reed Blankenship interception. Like, I mean, that like right there, that's like late in the game. Should have been enough to ice it.
Yep.
I mean, like, yeah, it's just you let these guys hang around and then you let them win.
And then there's 3 minutes left, or what was it, like 3 minutes left, and you kick it to the fucking 15-yard line and let them get it to the 35. It's like, Jesus, man.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I don't know. All around sloppy game.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a little spoiler right before Christmas. That's all right though.
Yeah, pisses me off.
Man, speaking of
But you know
Christmas,
what? It's wake up game. Let's get right back to the fundamentals. Let's get back to, playing mistake-free football.
I think there were there were definitely some positives in this game. I mean,
For sure.
obviously negatives, but look, like we're out hurts. It's not like we went in there full capacity and just got stomped on or lost a close one. I mean, like, we're playing with
Right.
Pickett. There's a huge drop off.
Yeah, and
within
I
what
mean,
we do. And
I know one of the things we talked about during the game was like, we don't have different plays designed for Pickett. We're just going to run the same exact stuff. I think that was one of the things you were talking about.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. We'll see. Speaking
Need
of,
to get- I thought I'd never say this, but I would love to see Huff get activated this week
oh yeah,
because they just
Cast
need him for the
off.
rotation. Yeah, man. So
Sweat ended up coming back. We were a little banged up.
He did,
Sweat,
yeah.
Sweat ended up coming back in. All right, and then who else? Somebody else went down that came back in. Who was it?
Jordan Davis.
Yeah, Jordan Davis came back in. So
Yeah, I thought he was done for the year after that.
yeah, he was hobbling.
I'm still calling Fletch.
Yeah, we brought that up. Well, depending on how bad the Jordan Davis injury was, I mean, look, you got a guy looks like he's relatively stayed in shape. I don't know what I'm basing that off of. It just, he looks, like a
Yeah.
lot of these guys end up losing some weight, like
Right.
linemen. So it looks like he didn't like balloon up. So yeah, call him. Have him come in. I don't know what the rules on that is. Like, if you retire, are you able to just
I
sign
would
back
think you could
in January?
unretire, but I don't know. That's a question for Clayton,
Yeah.
who isn't here.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'd give him a call.
100%.
Man, Christmas is coming up. Are you a big Christmas cookie guy?
Nah, not really.
Yeah. I like
How
me
about
some.
you?
Oh yeah. Like me some chocolate chips.
Yeah, I love
Maybe
chocolate chip.
Maybe
That's where
some
I'm at.
Reese's peanut butter cookie.
Yeah,
some-
on the one with the Hershey Kiss. Instead, you got
Oh,
the Reese's
yeah.
peanut butter. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cheated on that play.
Yeah.
So,
Get some milk in there.
oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited for it.
What are you guys doing out there? Going to Gracie's parents?
Yeah, we'll go to Gracie's parents, have some food, have some Festivus. What about you guys?
Yeah, we'll do Laura's parents for Christmas Eve, and then we'll go to my parents on Christmas Day. And both situations will be eating.
Ooh,
So-
are you a ham guy?
Oh yeah, I love me some ham.
Yeah, I think we'll be doing some ham. I don't know, like I think we do prime rib sometimes too.
Mm,
If I'm back
like me
here,
some
get
prime ribs.
Get some prime rib. Yeah, I'm excited for it. And then let's see here, we got games. I think the Chiefs play. They're running the Chiefs ragged, man. They're like 3 games in 10 days or something like that.
Yeah, it's all right. Refs will bail them out some more.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. So looking around the league, Detroit won. I think Vikings won.
Yep.
So it's looking like, given the injury as well, it's looking like we'll probably end up with that 2 seed. I mean, hopefully at this point.
Yeah, and the Cowboys just knocked off the Bucks. I think I saw.
Okay. So yeah, looking like
So,
2
This
seed.
isn't. Yeah, not. Obviously they're eliminated, but they're pissed off now. So
Yeah.
anything could happen.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, these teams, they would love to play spoiler to us. I mean,
Oh, for
They don't-
sure.
they don't like us. We don't like them. And yeah, they'd be happy knocking us off. So, and like this division's not even won yet. So definitely need to come out and just play intentional to win. So
Whew. Kenny Pickett versus Cooper Rush.
ugh.
Battle of the ages.
Yeah, and then we got the Saquon Barkley watch. He went for 150 yesterday, so he brought down his average. He still needs
He needs 268 in the 2 games, so 134.
which is kind
We'll
of
see.
doable. I don't know, but
Oh,
if we're
for
not
sure.
playing for anything.
But if it's Pickett, then they'll probably stack the box again so they could shut it down. But they are 2 of the worst run defenses. The Giants and the Cowboys, so
I mean, Barkley's just so good.
yeah, but he just couldn't do nothing towards the end there.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like, so say next week he rips off 200, like we mentioned, or like 180. I mean, you might be going into that Giants game, needing like 100. In which
Yeah, I mean,
case
I'd love
that's,
to. Yeah, I'd love to see him do it, but I don't care anymore. I just want to clinch and
and
get
get ready
healthy,
for
I
some,
guess.
get ready for some
Yeah.
playoff football.
Yeah, I'm just scared to death because midway through that game, the injuries are just piling up. Jordan Davis is like, Sweat gets hurt before him, and then Jordan Davis is just like, basically being helped off. It's like, God damn, dude, we're just dropping like flies all of a sudden.
Yeah, I mean,
Obviously they came back, so. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm just saying it's the dance you do at this time of the season. There's definitely
Yeah.
something to it.
Especially the cold weather,
And
bang
man, I'm
you up
thinking
a
in
little
my
bit.
head, I'm thinking in my head too, like if we could have just skated out with a win and hey, give Hurts, you don't want him concussed, but Hurts the day off and we still win. I mean, that would have been a huge plus in my opinion, but
Yeah, I wouldn't have cared how it went as long as we got out of there with a dub. Obviously, it didn't happen, but scrape by with Pickett as much as you can. I mean that the Rivian's downgraded to
dude.
maybe like a Ford Escort with Kenny Pickett. Ford. I don't even know. Ford. What's the Festiva? The Ford Festiva or whatever. It's like Jesus.
The cut off exhaust, make it
Yeah,
louder.
yeah. The Pep Boys pipe on the back. We're hurt. We're downgraded.
Man, it's like 21-7 first quarter. Like, man, this game should have went differently.
Well, yeah, we gave up a 22-point lead.
That's
So,
sick.
Yep. All in all,
Sickness.
shitty game, sloppy all around the board. Like I said, every aspect completely sloppy. So I think we'll get it back together. I think we get everybody motivated, all on the same task. Come back out, probably dominate these Cowboys.
Yeah, I think so too. And this one's at home, so
Yep. Yeah, I should see what tickets calls for that.
shoo, going down there. I saw a video. I saw some vlogger just popped up on my YouTube, and they were doing a video, like tailgating at the link. This was, I think, for the Steelers game. Man, that looks like a great time.
Oh yeah, it was. Been down there a couple times.
Yeah, that man, I would like to. I wouldn't even need tickets. I think if I lived in Philadelphia, I think I'd probably just go down and tailgate.
Yeah,
And
go in the what's that, Xfinity?
Yeah, Xfinity.
You got to pay to get in there. That's kind of one of the lame things, but it's
I saw
worth
the
it.
line is huge. Like people are like
Mhm.
waiting in line to go to Xfinity. It's crazy. It's a good
Yeah.
spot though.
I've been in there. It's awesome, dude. They got giant screens above the bar
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff.
I like the idea of having like, so when you go in, you see like there's like multiple bars, multiple restaurants. I mean, like like super cool. You can get different kinds of food, different kinds of beers. There's like a craft beer section.
The
like a
only thing
main
you-
bar.
The only thing you might not get is a table.
Yeah,
You
probably
might have to
standing.
stand.
And you'd
Yeah.
probably have to wait 20, 25 minutes to even get a beer.
No. Me and Klinger went down there one year. Now it wasn't crazy packed. I forget who obviously Eagles game, but I forget who we were playing. But
Yeah, it was pretty easy to get service there.
oh yeah. Yep.
All right.
I think
like
they got
that.
Geno's in there. They got Chicken Pete's, obviously, a bunch of other stuff. So
All right, I like that.
yeah, it wasn't too bad. But I guess if it's like a big game, it might get a little packed. It could get hard to get a beer, maybe.
Yeah.
You just make sure you buy a couple at a time. That's all.
Yeah, there's just no substitute for watching it, watching it on the couch.
No doubt.
Like, I'm a watch on the couch kind of guy.
I definitely don't like to watch football at a bar.
It's the worst. It's man, there's an Eagles bar out here. It's a Drugstore Cowboy. They turned it into like an Eagles nest of sorts, and like it's fun. I don't know. Yeah, watching at a bar is weird. There used to be a spot in Chicago called Mad River. Shout out Mad River. It's no longer there, but man, this place was awesome. It was great, and like I like over time too. So I started going. I would go alone. I would just like wake up. I lived like right down the street, so I would wake up and I would just walk there. And I had my spot at the bar. Like I would stand like on this corner, and over time it ended up being this same woman bartender, and like it got pretty packed, but she knew where I was, and like she would like. It got to the point where she didn't even have to ask if I wanted a new beer. I would just like turn back and thereuld be one there. It was perfect.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
That's the way it
yeah.
should be.
Yeah, I was a regular. I took care of her, and she definitely made sure to hook it up. But like going out to this place, it's fine. But then like I'm not like super into like collectively cheering. Does that make sense? Like I don't want to like feel obligated to like high five, and I love the fight song too. But like I don't know, every time they score or do anything, it's like everyone's looking at you to do. It's like I don't need all that. I don't know. Maybe I'm a bit of a Scrooge, but I just I like my own. I like my own energy and not having to be like super into it with other people. I don't know.
I hate hearing drunk people's takes on football.
Yeah.
It's like even Eagles fans at times can be a little rough to deal with in bars. So it's like, geez,
What-
man.
One of my favorite things too is to like like I'm like talking to like I was talking to this guy. I'm like I'm just throwing random stats out there. I'm like, oh yeah, that's I'm like, yeah, my ladder needs another blah blah blah, and they're like, oh, what really? And I'm like, I don't know, is that true? Did I just hear that somewhere?
That's good. I'll have to start doing that.
Just random. Oh, this will make yeah, Saquon Barkley's gonna break that record with this run. Blah blah. Blah. It's like, yeah, it was pretty funny.
Then and then he does it, and you're like, the guy's buying shots for everybody.
Yeah,
Like, yes, this is planned. This has worked out perfectly.
It's all pumped. Man. So yeah, Sirianni's first loss after his breakdown.
Yeah,
Not,
it's time to reshave it, dude. He's got
time
a
to
whole
reshave.
hair. Yeah, many men. Get it back on.
It was a good run. I'll give him that. It was a historic breakdown run.
Yeah, what do you what's the many men's dead now?
Many men's dead. Unless if we go to the Super Bowl, I'd love for them to come out to it.
Yeah. 50 Cent singing it.
Oh,
Rapping
yeah.
it, I guess.
Oh yeah. Just the worst lip sync.
Hanging upside down.
Yeah, it comes out like a bat. Man, you got any stats or anything?
I don't have any like the stuff I normally do, but I have the box score up here. So Kenny Pickett went 14 for 24, 143 yards, one TD, one interception. Hurts was 1 for 4, 11 yards. Saquon Barkley 29 carries for 150 yards, 2 TDs. Before Jalen got knocked out, he had 3 runs for 41 yards.
Mm.
Gainwell didn't do much of anything, 4 for 7. His longest was a 3-yard. AJ Brown, 8 receptions for 97 yards, 1 touchdown. His long was 45, and then he had 15 targets. He's another guy that dropped a couple big balls that should have been caught.
I wonder
Barkley
how much
dropped another one. Should have
Yeah,
been caught.
I wonder how much is like I know it affects them, like just getting a different person throwing the ball. I wonder how much it affected them, just like seeing it come out differently. Because like that one
honest,
that Smith dropped is like,
Yeah, but all 3 of them should have been caught balls, and it's like AJ especially, like your main thing is like strong hands and shit like that. Some guy should never be able to come through and rip that out.
yeah,
And it was right at the end of that play too. So it's like, I don't know. Obviously the 5 turnovers. Nolan Smith had 2 fumble recoveries. Jacoby Dean, 12 total tackles, 6 solo.
Yeah, that's a good game.
Zach Bond had 11 total tackles, 7 solo, 2 tackles for loss, and then he had his 5th forced fumble. Darius Slay looked pretty good in the beginning of the game. 7 tackles, 5 solo, 1 tackle for loss. Blankenship had the pick. Who had the other pick? There was 2 picks. Can't think of it right now. 2 picks, 3 fumbles. One was forced by Jalen Carter, which was an incredible play.
Yeah, Carter's got to clean up that personal foul stuff. I mean, it's like,
yeah, I feel like he does it on. I mean, obviously he's doing it on purpose, but like, then
it's
you
just
see the smile,
unnecessary.
the shit-eating grin. It's like, dude, that shit's gonna kill you.
Yeah,
In,
like
the,
it's
in the
just
postseason.
unnecessary.
Please, God, get it together.
Well, like on this one, he wipes away a great Smith rush and a sack. It's like, come on, dude.
Yeah, and then you see in that 4th quarter, it's 4th and 11 or something, and they give up a big QB run to Daniels for the first down. I was like, that was the heartbreaker there.
Yeah, man, there was some really good stuff in this game, and then it just.
Oh, the other interception was Reed Blankenship.
Oh yeah, Reed's, yeah.
So. Yeah, I don't know, man. Downer, but hopefully it wakes him up. Yeah, Luke. Here's a crazy stat. Washington kick returns. Luke McCaffrey, who I guess is Christian's brother, he had 184 yards in kick returns. So almost 200
Oh my
yards.
God.
I told you, dude. It was fucking insane. Remember, I kept texting you. I'm like, these kick returns are crazy, dude. And they just keep kicking the fucking thing to him.
Yeah, that guy should never have that many yards.
So his longest was 47.
Dude, you see Hurts after that hit, man. He does look all
Yeah.
like, hello, anyone
Easy.
home? Hello. Oh man. Yeah, it's a shame. But like we've been saying, and you've brought up too, like, yeah, you kind of need like a wake up loss. Yeah. Whatever. I think the 1 seed, it doesn't look like either of those are gonna drop a game. So unless it's at the end, obviously
No.
someone has to lose, but
It's still possible. It's very, very possible. The Lions play the 49ers in San Francisco this week, and then the Vikings play the Green Bay Packers this week. I'm not sure where that's at, but it
Well, at
is.
this
I mean,
point-
it
at
would
this
still be a tie
point-
then. Yeah. We
Yeah.
would still lose. Yeah, sorry. So
Yeah, that's it's the 2 seed. I mean, that's all. But
unless they tie when they play each other.
yeah, that'd be crazy. So okay, so you're the 2 seed. You get 2 home games, and then you never know. Like a 6 seed could knock out.
Absolutely.
So there's a chance that all the playoffs could run through.
Yeah, I'm ready to go to Detroit and stomp the shit out of them, dude. That's where I'm at.
Me too. They're getting too cute. Little fake
Oh
fumble.
my god.
Little
Pathetic.
fake trip.
Pathetic.
Come on.
It's like you didn't even need to do that either. That bootleg would have just went for a touchdown regardless. Now you're just, like you said, getting cute.
If anything, like, I mean, this should be a wake up call to like prep our backup. I mean, if this happens in the playoffs and you're without Hurts, we had nothing. We're floundering.
Yeah.
Like, hey, maybe it's time to work on a plan, a backup plan.
Yeah, I mean, Pickett should get probably 90% of the reps with the ones here this week, especially with Hurts being in protocol. So,
Well, then with Christmas, the practice schedule is going to be a little messed up. Like, is
Yep.
Hurts going to have time to practice if he's still in the protocol? I mean,
yeah, I don't know, man. I think we'll be all right, though.
I'd like to see Tanner McKee, honestly.
Yeah, one thing I know about him is I feel like he throws with anticipation. Now, he's also a very tall guy.
Yeah, he's
Can see over this line. Yeah. I would have loved to seen what he could have done. He probably would have came out and won this thing.
I know. That's a shame. It's a shame we had to stick with Pickett in there.
I just don't get it. Like your ribs are banged up, and then, they're saying, his throwing motion doesn't look the same. It's like, get this guy the fuck off of there then.
Yeah, I agree. I might have to get one of these black coats that they were wearing.
Like Reaper coat.
Those. Yeah, I like those.
Not this
Little
week though, but
little zipper
Yeah.
on the side. Like that.
some hot hands in there.
Oh yeah. I'll have to look. I wonder if you can get those. I'll have to take a look at that. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, man, anything else on this on this loss?
Nah, I think we covered most of it.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll look to bounce back against the old Cowboys. They're a defeated morally. They're morally bankrupt. They're mentally defeated, that team.
Yeah.
Parsons running his mouth, man. I'd like to set up some action against him, some chip blocks.
A little
Really?
cut block action.
Yeah. Like let this guy
Hell,
through
take
and
the
then
penalty at this point. That's all we're
Yeah.
doing is taking fucking penalties.
have,
So.
have Carter
Cut
just
the
run
knee.
across, punch him.
Sweep the leg.
Yep. Well, all right, man.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here. Any last words?
Yeah, go Birds. Let's go, man. Go Birds.